Welcome back, everybody. It is card number 33 in Full Deck Challenge 3 today. And as I said in my last video, I've been away for a week or so I'm playing catch up at the moment. But card number 33, we have the prompt of song lyrics. And I think this is probably confession week for me. I have decided I'm probably one of the biggest hoarders of craft supplies ever. I was clearing out some cupboards recently and trying to have a bit of a tidy up. And I came across a box which probably hadn't been opened for 12 years. Now, I'll tell you a little story. It had these things in it. Let me show you these. And you will see this one has even got a little bit of rust on it. It's that old. Now, these are bits and pieces left over from our wedding. Now, Mr. Gemini, as I say, we've been together about 16 years. We've been married 12 years. It's a second marriage for both of us. And anyway, we had quite a quiet affair in our garden, just about 50 people. Fabulous day. But me being me, I made all our wedding invitations, all our table decorations, with the help of my daughter. And believe it or not, I have hoarded all the scraps of paper that we used for the last 12 years. And when I found this box, I thought, oh, this is ridiculous. I either need to throw them away, which I just couldn't do, or I need to put them in with my craft stuff and use them. So you will see we had part of our design for the invitations was a circle, and so I have all these scraps left, and this was one of the original pads of paper, so you can see which ones we didn't use because they're left over. But we have a couple of these pieces that we did use. Anyway, so look, these are all the scraps, and there was cards like this, and then this was a wrap around like this. And I thought, this is ridiculous. I've got to, as I say, get rid of them or start using them. And so when this, because I hear you going, what on earth has this got to do with song lyrics? When this came up, the prompt of song lyrics, I immediately jumped to a song which was played at our wedding, and it was actually played by my daughter on her flute. And so it's a very special song, and it was originally written by Bob Dylan, but I came to know it when Adele sang it for her first album, which was 19. Was the name of the album. And I believe, now let me have a look, I'm just going to check here because I have the song lyrics up, and I'm going to check. 2008 Adele released her album, her first album, 19. And that's when I first became aware of this song, and it's the song Make You Feel My Love. So clearly very special, and I'm going to be using some of the lyrics from that today, and some of these scraps and bits and pieces left over from our wedding. Now, I might cheat just a little bit today, because a button is my carryover item, is my constant item each month, and I'm going to be honest and say I'm going to class my Brad as a button this week, I think, unless I can figure out how to fit something else in. So my constant is a button. My carryover from last week, well, let's have a look. This was my card from last week. Completely different, isn't it? I don't know. I'll have a think as I go along, and that's not unusual for me. I'll find something in there to carry over. In fact, I'm looking at this paper at the back. I might see if I can find that and bring a little bit of that in as well. But anyway, that's where I'm going to be going. I'm going to use some of these scraps and collage a background, and I'm going to use one of these original bands to go round the whole card. And I'm thinking that I might make a smaller card to slip in there with some of the lyrics on, and in fact I might be able to use this, but we will see where we go. All right, so sit back, relax, enjoy. So while that base is drying, I'm going to cut this one down and try and keep this original heart there. Now I've drawn the size of the playing card on there, but obviously I want this quite a little bit, well, not quite, but a little bit smaller. So I'm hopeless at cutting a straight line. All right, so playing card is 3.5 inches. I think I'm going to take this down to 3. I'm going to take it down. Yeah, I will. I'll take it down to 2. So I've got a little card that's 2 by 3. And that should work perfectly for what I want. Okay. So I need to make a decision now. Do I write my song lyrics on here? Perhaps with a white gel pen, or do I print them off and stick them on? Okay. I'm going to have a think. I'm also going to have a look through my buttons, because in the back of my mind I think I do have a red heart button somewhere. Let me go and have a look. I'll be back. All right, I don't know whether you can see on camera, but I have just used a pencil and just written a couple of lines of the lyrics on there that I've chosen. Now I've done that so that I knew it would fit and to give me some spacing. And I found my white gel pen, which can be quite temperamental, so I'm just going to give it a little test on here. Oh, yep, that seems to be okay today. So I'm going to go ahead and put the lyrics onto this card, and then hopefully by then this will be dry. And we'll put it all together. Now the sun is just starting to come in across my desk, so I hope that's not going to be too distracting. guys, so here we go. It's a reasonably simple one this week. This is week 33 of the Full Deck Challenge 3, and our prompt was song lyrics. So reasonably simple, but for me extremely meaningful, and a nice little way to use up some of the bits and pieces left from my wedding, which was, as I say, 12 years ago now. So, Hoarders Anonymous, I think I'm going to be looking up online. But for now, anyway, there we go. Thank you for watching, guys. Next week's prompt is Happy Scraps. Now, I'm not sure what that is, and Shona alluded to it in her video, and it seems to be something quite particular. So I'm going to go away and do some research and find out. If I can't, I might be waiting to watch Shona's video next week. But for now, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you're enjoying this series. I'm certainly enjoying the challenge of participating every week and coming up with something in response to the prompts. But for now, have a great week. I will see you next Friday. For now, ka kite anō.